Let's be real about the truth.
Don't it hurt?
It hurts. It hurts. I'm not going to even lie. It hurts.
Oh, man.
Man.
Remember, we are powered by the Binge Podcast Network. You can listen to us on any podcast platform, Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, you name it. Remember, follow us on social media at LBR Sports 901.
I'm trying to figure out what's so funny around.
Because the way he's saying this is just depressing.
Wow.
Remember to follow us on social media at LBR Sports 901. Instagram, Twitter, and on Facebook at Let's Be Real and the Let's Be Real group. So, the top of the list today, we'll start off with why we are pretty...
We? Oh, this ain't a we thing.
Right. We are pretty low right now. We are preparing for a funeral right now.
Who?
For these Steelers fans over here. So the first topic will be about Antonio Brown and trade. After that, we go to college sports. It's March Madness time. And we go to a Real Talk segment. After that, we do our famous troll or not. But first, Antonio Brown got traded to the Oakland Raiders.
Can I stop you right there?
Yep.
So, the episode is called "Let's Be Real About the Truth." So it's a sad truth that some people do go to funerals and celebrate. So, with that being said, let me put my DJ hat on. Let me put my DJ hat on for you real quick. Hold on. Okay. Let's go ahead. While we got this mood setting music.
You should have played "Celebrate Good Times" then.
I should have, but we having fun today. We having fun.
What are the good times?
Anyway,
I know.
Antonio Brown was traded to the Oakland Raiders. I guess they're still in Oakland. They don't know where they're playing at, so he was traded to the Raiders.
They're still in Oakland.
They're still in Oakland, yeah.
No, they're not playing in Oakland next year.
Yes, they are.
Playing in Oakland. They are?
They are.
They are.
So they
until the stadium is built in Vegas, which will probably be next year.
They had they weren't playing.
They got another year. They got another year.
Yeah, but I'm saying I heard that they couldn't play. They're not playing at this stadium no more. They were talking about playing in a different city.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, that's the topic for another
Anyway, he was traded to the Raiders for a third and a fifth round pick.
Oh, who?
A third round pick and a fifth round pick.
Not a second? Not even a first?
He ain't worth it.
But don't do that.
Don't
be disrespectful.
Oh, wow.
Don't be disrespectful.
Let's
kick a man when he's down.
Let's be real here.
Don't kick a man when he's down.
He is 31 years old, We start this. Y'all go.
Who's going first?
The Steelers fans.
I'll go first, man.
This is for them.
I thought they at least get a pack of gushers or something.
Duly noted.
Yeah. Essentially, man, Antonio Brown just straight fleeced the Steelers, man. For us to really come out and only receive a third and a fifth for arguably what I feel is the best wide receiver in the NFL is just mind-boggling. It just further shows the incompetence of the Steelers, man. For those that don't know, there's been a rift between Antonio Brown and the Steelers going on pretty much going back to last season, and it was the rift between him, Coach Mike Tomlin, and Ben Roethlisberger. Essentially, this whole fiasco happened, and I'm just gonna be real with you guys, all because of white privilege.
We signed off pretty strong there, Trev.
I'm just being real. We've been saying that.
Ben said that.
Okay.
Because if Steelers fans, if you've been watching, you all know he didn't have a great season. He had an average season by his standards, which was Ben Roethlisberger. Too many costly interceptions. Of course, he led the league in red zone interceptions, and essentially is the sole reason that Pittsburgh missed the playoffs this year. I'm willing to go out on a limb and say
Part of the
that.
reason. Defense was terrible too.
Yeah, but I'm gonna put most of it on Ben Roethlisberger. Like for a guy of his status, his quote unquote Hall of Fame status, like
being too loud.
But anyway, I just think during this whole offseason, the whole situation could have been salvaged if the GM, Ben, or even Coach Mike Tomlin had just sat down and spoke with AB on the whole matter just to try to smooth things over and hold Ben Roethlisberger accountable for, him basically having a pretty subpar season. And then for us to not get a first rounder for him in the trade, because we knew the trade was inevitable at this point, but for us to not get a first rounder at this point, it's just, I don't even know what to say on that one.
Especially with the team that had 3 first round picks.
Yes.
Exactly.
3 first
Y'all
rounders.
feel like it's an insult?
True.
Like to trade him for less than what he's worth?
Yeah, I'll say yeah, just because of like you brought it up earlier, but his age. That's the only reason I'll give a 3rd round pick to Pittsburgh for him.
Disagree. I would disagree because I think at the end of the day, I think the reason why they traded him for a 3rd and 5th round pick is because I think they were just completely done with his antics. I think they were tired of hearing him talk. I think they were tired of him going to the media and saying whatever he was saying about the Steelers.
But why not get? So do you really think that was the best that people offered this?
It probably wasn't.
No.
But
No.
So why not get, if you already
No.
gonna trade him? Why not get the best?
He
for him?
signed a new contract when he got with the Raiders. Antonio Brown controlled everything.
Yeah.
He wasn't
Yeah.
going to sign a new contract. Or whatever. He was basically going to refuse to go to any other team, almost essentially, if he didn't get his way.
Yeah. So I think that played a part in it. As I sit here crying,
I was just about to ask you,
There's
just from
crocodile
brother to
tears.
brother, brother to brother. How are you feeling right now? Because
to be completely honest, I'm pretty sad. Because Antonio Brown was he's my favorite player on the Steelers, just because to see where he came from. He was a wide receiver that wasn't heavily scouted coming out of high school, coming out of college. I think he was like a 6th round pick, I think.
Yes.
And so he
6th round.
literally worked his way up to become the best wide receiver in the league, to become a wide receiver that had six consecutive seasons of 100 yards catching, of 100 catches and 1,000 yards receiving. His down year was last year. He had almost 1,300 yards and 15 touchdowns. Like, come on now. So I'm just sad to see him go because he was literally like one of those. He's a player that you can't game plan for. There's nothing that you can do on the defensive side of the ball that says we gonna stop Antonio Brown. The only person that just really been able to do it was Richard Sherman a couple years ago. So that's it. It's sad to see him go. It's sad to see how the Steelers handled this situation. Like Trevor said, it's white privilege. You ain't seen Ben Roethlisberger say nothing since this incident happened. You ain't heard him say nothing since the last
Last regular season game.
the last regular season game. You ain't hear him say nothing since the new year started. Since AB said all this stuff, Ben Roethlisberger has said nothing. And for me, that hurts. It really does hurt. And so at the end of the day, football is football. It's a business, and so players at some point they not too many times you'll see a player play his full career with the team. So at some point it was like Trevor said, it was inevitable. But to see him go, it hurts. I just think at the end of it, I don't necessarily say that he fleeced the team. I think it's also just a matter of the fact that I just think they wanted to see him go. To pay a man $21 million to not even be on your team says a lot.
Yeah.
Regardless of, his play, regardless of whatever he's saying, you are paying a player $21.5 million to not even be on your team. So that just means they were completely done with it, and they were ready to get rid of him at any cost. And I guess the cost was a 3rd and a 5th round pick, which I think that's what frustrates me more about anything else. Because was it last year or the year before we traded Martavis Brown, who was pretty good with the Steelers a couple years ago.
Last year.
Yeah,
Last year, yeah.
we traded him for a 3rd round pick.
To the same team.
To the same team. Yep.
And so now you're telling me that you were that upset with Antonio Brown that you settled for a 3rd round pick and a 5th round pick. And the reason I say they settled is because you can't tell me if you waited until training camp or if you waited until the middle of the season, you couldn't have got a 1st round pick from anybody.
Because they wanted to trade him before their roster bonus kicked in or something.
Yeah, but that was $2.5 million. It was $2.5 million to any NFL team.
Yeah, no, but that's what they were.
The Steelers probably did still have to pay it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're not going to pay
but I don't think that was a big
$2.5 million.
Yeah, I don't think that was a big deal. I think at the end of the day, they were just that frustrated with him, and I just think it was so stupid to trade him when you traded him and only get a 3rd and 5th round pick. You didn't even like I was one of the main people that said trade him to the Oakland Raiders because they had all those 1st round picks.
Yep.
I kept
You were saying
that.
trade him?
Huh?
I
mean, when I got to the point, I was like, okay, they gonna trade him.
Yeah.
When
I'm
I
just
realized,
being petty.
you're right. When I visited, it was like, okay, they gonna at some point trade him. Trade him to either the 49ers, who he had interest in going to. They had a top 5 pick, or trade him to the Raiders, and the Raiders had several 1st round picks. And how do you come out of that deal without at least a 2nd round pick? Is just beyond me. How do you sit there with as a GM and say, okay, cool, that's enough.
That's true.
Send it over. That's frustrating.
You want to know what else is frustrating? With this happening, Tuke and Savage's whole crazy theory about the Cleveland Browns maybe coming to life.
I really try not to go there.
Oh.
It's possible at this point because, okay, you got the Raiders they just lost Eric Weddle. T. Suggs is gone. I think they lost their running back. They released him after he got arrested.
T. Suggs gone.
Yeah, he signed with Arizona.
For
actually,
real?
Yes.
What happened?
Wait, when that happened?
Today.
I knew he wasn't coming back.
A lot of stuff been happening today.
He signed with. Yeah.
We'll discuss more about free agency.
We'll talk about free agency next week.
okay.
But yeah, he's Terrell Suggs was released and he signed with Arizona. Eric Weddle's gone. He signed with the Rams. They lost their running back, of course, after the incident that he had. So you're getting the full season with Lamar Jackson, which if the Ravens keep running the way that he's running, he's not going to last. The Bengals are probably going to.
The who?
The Bengals are the
Well, they're still the Bengals.
The Bengals are the Bengals.
The Bengals are the
Play that
Bengals.
Snoop Dogg clip.
And then you have the Browns, who's probably up until the trade probably had the best offseason as far as who all they acquired. And with Baker having a great season, they're getting the defense together and things of that nature. So it's looking a little rough in Pittsburgh right now. It's looking a little rough for us.
Rough ain't the word.
Ha. Thank you for giving my credit on that one, Trevor.
really try not
Especially
to go there.
when the Cleveland Browns make it to the what I say, the AFC
You
Championship.
said the Super Bowl.
You said the Super Bowl.
You know what? Hold on. Whoa. This is where I'm going with this because now I'm willing to say that it'll be the Cleveland Browns versus the whatever Raiders. Simply because they done literally flipped Khalil Mack for Antonio Brown and 3 first-round draft picks.
Exactly.
Hold on, whoa.
Like in 2020, like
Hey, some.
oh boy,
What's in this water?
yeah.
How many water you got?
If the LA Rams can make it to LA, a year or two and make it to the Super Bowl? See, I'm going conspiracy
Because
tales
they
right now.
had players.
Right.
Antonio Brown is one player.
Okay.
else do
Derek
the
Carr
Raiders
is
got?
not that bad, but
Who
he's
else do they got?
okay. Wait till they get
Outside
Le'Veon Bell too.
They're not getting.
They're not getting
They've already
Le'Veon.
said they're not getting.
Who they have on defense?
Just wait.
Who they
Right,
have on
exactly. Like
defense?
Sharky said,
Huh?
they have
They
nobody.
have nobody on defense.
They got money, right?
No.
They really don't.
They
They don't.
A lot of it.
Yeah.
They got a little bit, but
I don't know. Just
not to make a splash.
be patient with
They
these
do have
Raiders,
3
though. Be
first-round
patient.
picks.
Be patient.
They got 3 first round.
That's all I got to
Yeah.
say. Be patient. What's up?
No, I was gonna say just.
They'll be good when they get to Las Vegas.
I don't know. Be patient, man.
All right.
right,
So
all right.
next up would be March Madness. It is March. College basketball is finna get real, really real this week. So all conference tournaments start this week, and you have Selection Sunday this upcoming Sunday. So I guess we'll start off first with Kansas. They finally did not win the Big 12. 14 years
Very
in a row.
Shocking indeed.
Shout out to Texas Tech and Kansas State for sharing the Big 12
Another
title.
underdog.
Right. I think Texas Tech coach should get Coach of the Year.
But
Nah, because for them to be as good as they were, nobody expected Texas Tech to be that good.
that's true.
So that was kind of a shock. But going from there, how y'all feelings about that? I know I'm pretty sure y'all feel the same I feel.
I'm
As
happy.
Memphians.
I was about to say, I
All-
feel like y'all
all-
still hurt from back in the day. Right
All
now.
good things must come to an end,
Yep.
man.
That is
And it's
okay.
funny, and it's funny that it happened the year a fellow Memphis
Right. the year-
transfers to Kansas, even though we've had one entire black transfer before.
Shout out to DJ Lawson though. He did have a really good year. I think he
Yeah.
made the first team out B12. So
And he's up for the Karl Malone Award, which is like the best power forward. So it'll come between him and Grant Williams from Tennessee for that award. So
or Zion probably still winning.
Yep.
yeah,
Time still winning.
yeah.
For me, I guess I'm happy. The reason I'm just like, oh, that time Kansas lost is because it didn't come when
14
they were like fully healthy. Like they just they
Yeah.
lost the Gerald Vick, Azubuike guy, and the Sylvia De Sosa, which are 3 like really good rotational players that they
I
have.
don't care.
Well, no, that's just me. Like I would want Kansas to lose the Big 12 when they are fully healthy without any excuses. And that's a legit excuse. You losing 3 rotational players. Like you can't just really come back for that. I don't care who you are.
That's true.
I don't care how many times you won your conference tournament or your conference regular season championship. Ain't too many people come back from that. So I'm still happy. By the time they lost,
Good riddance.
Good riddance.
yeah, but
Y'all sound like some haters. Y'all sound like some
Good
haters.
riddance.
Golly.
Let it go.
Oh yeah, then the
Goodness.
Vick's not coming back like to the team
So
at all.
that's a transfer
So-
option right
I
there.
definitely was gonna say that.
Yeah.
I definitely was gonna say that. That should be
Good
that should be a
riddance,
transfer
Kansas.
option for Penny Hardaway. You should
Yes,
jump on him
sir.
ASAP.
Because
Bingo.
he needs a shooter.
Bingo.
And speaking of Penny Hardaway,
Really? Didn't we just sign a shooter? Or is he just a regular guard?
He's
just a big guard.
He's a big guard. That's a true point guard that can't shoot.
Pause. 6'4" ain't no big guard.
Point guard, yeah.
Point guard, yeah.
On our team, he's a big guard.
Okay. We had them in middle school. We ain't worried about that.
How many point guards stand at 6'4"? Point guards now. And I'm not talking about shooting guards.
Yeah.
How many point guards stand at 6'4"?
The one y'all need.
I mean, coming into college.
Lonzo Ball 6'6".
Yeah.
I mean, not comparing the two, but
he probably gonna grow too. So he's just a freshman. You can grow your freshman year. Men stop going at like 20, 21, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, moving on.
Anyway, keep drinking that water that you drinking.
It's right.
So with Memphis, we're gonna do predictions for our conference tournament. We have to win the AAC tournament in order to make the NCAA tournament. So our first game is against Tulane. It's Thursday. Tulane went 0-18 in the conference. So,
God dang.
Once we win that one, ain't no if. Once we win that, we play UCF next. So starting with that game, we would have to be UCF, probably Houston, then probably Cincinnati in the championship. So, what are y'all predictions for the tournament? I will start first. I believe we're going to make to the semifinal game, and we are not beating Houston. Houston just beat Cincinnati by like 15 at Cincinnati. And they are like 29-2. I know we're at home. That's a solid task. And way keeping Davenport's playing, I don't trust that he's gonna turn it around. And we'll be.
He went back downhill.
He been downhill. He
been downhill. Right. Exactly.
Since the UT
basically. I was gonna say, y'all realize I ain't watched the Tigers since then. I see what Jeremiah do. That's about it.
Yeah, like mentally not there for some reason.
So they would be in the NIT, and your dream will come true too.
Is it a dream or is it a prophecy?
He's just lifting it up right now.
These
and y'all call me lucky.
Right. For me, I mean, I agree with you, Sharky. I think they could make it to the semifinals. If they somehow can get another chance at Cincinnati, whether that's in the championship game, I think they could beat them. But the Tulane game, that's nothing. They beat UCF at home by what, 20?
20.
Yeah, they beat them by 20, and they got them at home again. So I ain't too really worried about that one really. It's Houston that could
the
give
Houston
them a
game,
But I think if Jeremiah can continue to play the way that he's playing, if you can get at least 3 or 4 threes from Tyler Harris, you got that crowd behind you, and then they can somehow if they can play in the Memphis State jerseys, the whole tournament, the whole tournament, chance to win it. But yeah, I go with what you said. I think the conference finals is if they lose there, then I would think that's a pretty good season. That would give them how many wins on the season? 22, 21, 22, something like that. Which isn't bad at all. For Penny's first year, for as many people that's talked bad about Penny, like him not having the experience to coach, him not knowing how to coach, him not being able to get the players and stuff like that, to have a 21-22 regular season is pretty good. So.
Yeah, he's at 19 right now.
19. So it'll be 22.
Yeah, so it'll be,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just echo what you guys said and just go with the semifinals because I had a chance to look at the bracket earlier. Memphis will beat Tulane. There's not even a question on that. UCF, we've shown that we can beat them. We beat them at home by 20. It's that game against Houston. I think it'll be a little closer than a lot of people expecting, but I think we come up short. We lose in the semifinals, and I think we run through the NIT. So.
I just wish we would have got that double bar. I really wish we would have got the double bar.
Yeah.
Then that would have I think that would have really helped.
Yeah.
I speak more on Houston later. We do our show next week. We're on March Madness, but Houston is a Final Four contender, in my opinion. But I'll speak more on that when the brackets come out.
You got some convincing to do, my boy.
I said
some serious
convincing.
convincing.
Let me look first.
Oh, yeah.
Have y'all seen Houston?
I've seen Houston.
Yeah, I have.
The Final Four?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't.
Okay.
All right.
I just want him to do some convincing. That's all.
I mean,
I wouldn't say it's. I wouldn't.
I ain't gonna say it's outrageous, but
it's the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, that's what I say. It's the NCAA tournament. I just want to look convincing.
Must be an easy road. They finna be on.
That's why I say I got to see the bracket first. Let me see what they have to face.
They can easily go out in the first round.
They can go out in the first round too, but
and nobody's safe now after 16 beat 1 last year. So hey,
ain't nobody safe. Period. All the big name schools are going down, regardless.
It's true.
They star players or not.
It's true.
But
You said they play Houston in the semifinals?
Yep.
There we go.
They would. If they
I'll go upset and say they lose in the finals against Cincinnati.
It's not bad.
I'm willing to go there. I'm willing to go there
for a third time.
A third
So,
time.
My question is, do y'all expect the NCAA tournament next year instead of the NIT?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
next year.
Yeah.
It's not guaranteed.
It's not guaranteed, but they.
Yeah, you would really want for them to go in the NCAA tournament.
When the last time we been in the NCAA tournament?
Woo!
Back when we was in
5 years.
2011. It's been a couple years.
Josh passing.
No, it was probably before that.
It's been a few years.
So Josh passing the last 2 years, Tubby's 2 years, and now Penny's first year. If he doesn't make it, so that's 5 years. This will be 5 years that they didn't make it.
Yeah.
Maybe
What was
2014.
the last squad?
Joe Jackson.
Yeah,
Joe Jackson.
Chris Crawford now, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Our people. Okay.
The four,
Yeah.
The four guards, the
Our
four
people.
kings. I think they called them.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I think we'll do a lot better next year because we won't have all the seniors that's not playing up to their potential too. So you
True.
get a team that Penny's. Huh?
You lose Jeremiah though.
That's true, but you get James Wiseman and a bunch of other players that Penny's a coach. So
Yeah.
it's all about the system.
Yeah, for me, I don't think. I mean, even this team wasn't bad. There were times for me where they needed to get an easy basket, and I think you can get that with James Wiseman
And a rim protector.
Yeah, and a rim protector. Because good Lord Jesus, Isaiah Maurice, I do not like him at all. I do not like him. I do not understand what he brings to this team at all. So you can play Isaiah Maurice and Mike Parker.
Body.
Size. Yeah, you never have somebody else to put on.
Body.
If you can replace, you telling me if you can replace Mike Parks and Isaiah Maurice with James Wiseman, boom, I'll take that any day of the week.
Yeah.
That was, I think, for me, that was the biggest issue. Like having that guy in the middle that you can go get it easy, that tells you, okay, here's the ball, give me an easy basket, and then a rim protector and somebody that can rebound. That was the biggest issue. They needed a second scorer.
You need to shoot.
I won't say that was the biggest weakness though. For me, the biggest weakness was them getting a second score.
Really?
Shooting was just not that bad for me.
But I mean,
Imagine
because if you think about it, like,
this season without Jeremiah Martin shooting the way he did.
right, but I'm saying, but for me, I don't think. But you said shooting was an issue. I don't think necessarily shooting was an issue because there weren't too many times where scoring was an issue, where shooting was absolutely an issue. Like there may be a half where they may only put up 20, 25. The second half, or whether it's the first half, they'll put up 40. They average like 80 points at home.
just remember, recruiting is not done yet.
Yeah,
That's true.
They still going to some other top prospects and graduate transfers, so we really can't assist the team until everything is truly done. Right now, I'm afraid of the guards. Some, like you said, shooting coming to next year. Damian Ball's not a shooter. He's another big body, but we got to see who leaves, who's transferring, who else coming in. Hopefully, I'm pretty sure they are talking to another shooter. So
I need to see some of his gameplay, honestly.
Who Damian Ball?
Yeah.
Because I feel like he a straight driver.
yeah, that's what I got.
That's his
from
game.
That's what
his
he-
game.
From what I saw in his highlights, I didn't see too many jumpers.
He's basically a tall Alex Lomax,
It's not
essentially.
that
But, yeah.
Wow.
But we move on to, there was a lot of big things that happened this week with the FBI investigation with LSU. So last episode, me and Skylar and Trevor was talking about LSU coach Will Wade and Arizona coach Sean Miller getting caught on wiretap. So Will Wade's wiretap came out. His wiretap was pretty big. It was enough for LSU to go ahead and suspend him indefinitely. Right as LSU won the SEC regular season. Thanks to Tennessee, thanks to us losing to Auburn, but that's a story for another time.
I tried to tell you about Auburn, bro.
I expect us to lose the game.
I keep letting y'all slide with these UT
Okay.
losses. I ain't really saying nothing about
I mean,
Ain't nobody said nothing
we're
about that.
27-4, so yeah.
Yeah, but that was come on.
I expect us to
your
lose to
former
Auburn.
coach.
Yeah, former coach. Yeah, I expect us to lose them. Hey,
Trust me.
that was a tough environment.
Bruce Pearl with a team with nothing to lose is deadly.
Yeah,
That's always.
but so how y'all feel about LSU and this whole scandal that's about to go down with them?
I guess for me, I guess it's a little shocking just because I thought Sean Miller had more of an issue or he had more of a problem coming into this situation than you thought Will Wade. Like we all kind of knew that Anthony Miller
Sean Miller.
Sorry. Shout out to Anthony Miller.
Good job.
We all knew that Sean Miller was on these tapes, but then kind of just hear that Will Wade was going to be on them too. And then we were saying like last week, like, Will Wade still have his job. It's just his second year. He'll bounce back from it, and he ended up being the first to get suspended. So it was a little shocking for me.
I mean, just hearing what he said on the call during the wiretap, was hilarious. Basically, what he was saying was, we're offering this guy, I think, can't think of the player's name, but he's there now.
The starting point guard?
The starting point guard.
No, starting shooting guard.
Jonte Waters, I think. I can't think of it.
Tremont Waters. Tremont Waters. Just the other guard.
It's the other guard, yeah. That he recruited, and he was basically saying, well, I know, because he basically offered him like $100,000 to come play at LSU. He's like, well,
just some chump change.
Yeah, just to come play at LSU. He's like, well, I already know what it is. I got to get to his mom, man. It's like, for someone of his stature coming from the hood or whatever, that's a good deal or whatever. I was like, wow, shade.
That wasn't the biggest thing for me. The biggest thing for me, which he was stupid enough to say on the dang phone, was for him to say, this ain't the first time he's done something like this.
Yep.
Oh, well, dang, that was stupid for you to say.
Very.
But this ain't my first
at the end of
time.
the day, when you gotten away with it so many times, you just think you're immune to it.
Right. That's true.
Well, I've done it before.
But my thing is, and we kind of mentioned this last week, like, he probably did this after the initial report came out of all these schools that's doing this. Yep. So then why mention that on the phone? If you know that there's a huge cloud over the NCAA of coaches meeting up with Reebok and Nike and all these other teams to do deals to get these players to your school, then why do that after the fact? Why put that on the phone after the fact? After all these teams have done it, that's what makes it stupid for me.
He's arrogant.
Bingo.
My parents live in Baton Rouge, so they see all the LSU, they see all the press conferences and stuff. He's very arrogant, cocky. Think he can just, think he run.
Doing it.
Yeah,
he's been doing it. So
think he on top of the world. Think he ain't gonna get caught. He see all the blue bloods. We think everybody's doing it, of course.
Everybody.
I think everybody is.
Everybody doing it. If you ain't doing it, something wrong.
So he just thinking, hey, I'm LSU. Yeah, I'm up here now. LSU, you're not Kentucky. You're not Duke. You're not Kansas. They're not gonna protect LSU. Simple as that.
Did y'all know TCU is on the list now?
Yep.
football, maybe.
TCU?
NC State. Well, that was you already know.
We knew about NC State.
I knew NC State was gonna be in there.
Yeah, easily.
I knew LSU was gonna be in there a while ago when they got Ben Simmons. I was like, come
easily.
on, man. Right. Ben Simmons going to LSU. Come on now. Come on now. And that was before Will Wade got there, but still, I knew something was gonna come of it.
Yep.
So in this same week, also, it was a couple of Adidas employees who got sentenced. One got sentenced to 9 months, and two others got sentenced to 6 months. And one of them, Christian Dawkins, the one who got 6 months, he was the connect to Will Wade. So I think they said he's getting called on trial to speak too. So he's probably going to
They telling it all.
Yep. they about to let it rip.
So it's going down.
Yeah.
I'm going down. You going down.
Right.
Exactly.
So anything else for y'all?
Nah, I just think it's a domino effect. I can't wait to see who get called next. Really, I'm just sitting back with my popcorn in my mouth, chilling.
So
Do get called next for Zion and it's done. It's a wrap.
They probably take it much further than Zion.
Duke
Duke ain't gonna get caught. Duke ain't gonna get caught.
got Duke last year because they said Kansas offered Zion money, but he signed with Duke. So he signed with Duke for free. And
That's
they never
true.
looked more into it. So they're
Duke ain't getting caught.
Yeah, they're free.
If they ain't got caught by now, which technically they kind of did with, what was it? Was it Harry Giles, I think? Who took money?
Harry Giles.
Was it Harry Giles? One of them got caught with money. It was the team from last year. No, it was Wendell Carter. It was Wendell Carter.
Yep,
That's what it was. They found out took money. But that was it. They kind of, like Sharky said, they just kind of got swept under the rug.
Yep. Blue blood.
Duke ain't getting caught, dog. If Duke and Kentucky ain't got
I
caught
was
by
just about
now,
to say, I wonder when Coach Kyle gonna get caught.
Kansas, Kentucky, Duke,
Really?
if they ain't got
First of all,
North Carolina.
if they ain't got caught by now, they ain't getting
Those
caught.
4 teams, you ain't got to worry about them. Everybody
Exactly.
else, though.
Better pay up.
Good luck.
Them the ones that's putting money in the pocket.
Exactly.
That's the ones that's putting all
That's
the money.
exactly what it is.
Yep.
It's all
Good
about
point.
the money.
Good point.
So speaking of money, next topic, we're going to our real talk segment about athletes going broke. This came up to me. I had a conversation with one of our friends. Randy, on Facebook, talking about I think he said something about PJ Tucker from the Rockets bought something really expensive, like earrings or something. It was like worth $20,000 or something.
You bought some expensive shoes too.
Yeah.
First of all, y'all gonna hit off my boy because he a real sneakerhead in this shit.
I already know he was your boy.
I mean, he's a legit sneakerheads flock together, man.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Yeah, that's what that is.
So he a legit sneakerhead. So I can imagine he spends a lot of money, probably frugally. I say frugally, yeah. But I don't think he'll go broke from it. I don't think it's just to the point, like, you got to think about it. Even though Michael Jordan was losing $600,000 from gambling, pure. So it's just like, with the money PJ's probably throwing away $20K here, $20K there, it's probably minimum of a loss compared to $600,000.
I think it's minimum now.
Going from there,
Yeah.
it was just a
I think
conversation
that- I don't
trickling
think that's
down
the
to
issue.
it was going down to athletes who actually have one broke, like Antoine walking out. And it was like, you need to make sure you invest. I hope we was like, man, I hope he's not just splurging.
Blowing,
Then I saw the story about, and of course, like family. So I saw the story on E60 about Trent Richardson, the former NFL running back. He now with Birmingham in the AA.
The Birmingham Iron.
Trent Richardson, former running back for Alabama. Y'all, you should know.
Wasn't he
about
on a
him.
video game? Or am I thinking about somebody else?
Yeah, he was on Madden. He was on Madden for a few years.
Yeah,
Man,
he got drafted by the Browns in the first number 3
overall.
He
Yeah.
got traded to the
Oh
Colts.
no, I just felt like he was okay.
But
I forgot.
he basically went broke because his family. You know, everybody asking for something. He wanted to take care of everybody. Then I saw the episode of The Shop. LeBron James and them, they had the same conversation too about, like, you know, knowing when to say no. So that's why this whole topic just came to my head. Like, I know part of the reason is the families and the athletes wanting to take care of every single body. But what is the huge, real, in-depth problem? Like, should they be teaching them, like, since they are making them go to school right now, should they be making them take financial courses? Or,
I don't think you can't make anybody do anything. I think it's the way you're brought up. I think you just have to understand that you don't owe a lot of people in your family anything. Like,
true.
At the end of the day,
You
like,
heard what
it
Meek said. He was just like, "What, you gonna give your mama $10,000? You gonna give your auntie
Auntie
$20,000?
yeah.
Just because she said don't forgive me when you're gone. I took care of
Right.
you."
Yeah.
Or who was that? Jared Carmichael was talking about, hey, she just said, you gonna make it. Like, that didn't help me. That ain't reason I made it.
Exactly.
Yeah, so for me, it's understanding, like, who was really there for you, and not even who was there really for you, but understanding, like, you can't just, like y'all said, you can't say yes to everybody.
Nah.
That's true.
You can't say yes to everybody about anything. Like, if somebody say, let me get $20K here, like, nah, bro, like, you don't fly like that.
You have to say no to your mama sometimes.
Yeah.
I
That's
had
true.
to say no to his mama before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, he still got her when she wanted to get a house built from the ground up. He said, I did that for her. But it's sometimes the first time I had to tell her no, that's when he said that was the first time he really took the initiative on, no, I'm trying to invest.
Yeah.
You gotta realize how much money you were burning through.
Yep.
Just doing it, yeah.
I mean, we'll just say Skylar asked me for $20K right now. What stops Skylar for asking me for that next $20K 2 weeks from now?
Yep.
That's true.
Exactly when. Yep.
Because I feel like if you got $20K now, you'll have
You gonna have
$20K in about a couple weeks.
That's what happened to Trent Richardson.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's exactly what happened to him. Because when he got traded to Indianapolis, 2 years after he was with the Browns, he moved, because he moved like his whole family inside that big old mansion.
I'm good.
He
on
moved them to Indianapolis
couldn't
to
do that.
another one.
it. What he thought he was Frank Lucas or something?
I was thinking the same thing.
He must have thought he was Frank Lucas.
I was
So,
like, nope,
he
couldn't
just-
do it.
Now, also, you have to, I guess another is just negative influences. Another thing that talked on the shop was LeBron brought up with Anthony Davis. His parents weren't money hungry. They sit in the nosebleed section of his games. They're not the type that be like, hey, I want this, give me that. So I think that plays a factor in too. But most of the time, like we had discussed, you would have your family. You're going to have most people talking about that's going to come out the woodworks. Hey, I want this. Hey, let me get that.
Yeah, that's
Oh
true.
yeah, and I'm sorry. You can talk to me like a dog, talk about me like a dog, but if I only take care of the immediate family, which is mom, dad,
That's
Bingo.
What,
sister,
that's what it sticks
brother,
to.
and it may be that cousin or whatever that I think can do something with that money or do something for me to make that money back or help me grow and become a better person, whatever it may be, then I'll invest in that person. But just to say, sweetie, can you buy me a house? Buy your auntie a house. No, I'm good on it. Man, I need a new car.
I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, you
I get you a
ain't
cash car.
you know, I help you get a cash card.
Exactly.
I go
Let me
get
get
you
you
some. Oh man, I need some big baller.
No.
I don't know what to tell you.
Hey,
You know,
can't
I ain't gonna be able to do
You
it.
need to hang out with Kawhi Leonard. And
Exactly.
Keep using them Wingstop coupons. And drive up to 94 Tahoe.
That is the. I swear that's the most Kawhi Leonard thing in the history.
I feel like he just Julius. He's Julius.
He literally lives his life like Julius.
Legit.
I kind of want to go back to what Lito said about you can't make anyone take anything as far as like school is concerned. I think if you're the NCAA and you have all these basic requirements as far as your courses is concerned, one of them should be a course on financial literacy. And
I could have sworn gen ed you have to take like macroeconomics or something like that.
that's not financial literacy.
No.
But I'm saying it teaches.
I mean,
you
it
something about
teaches
investing.
something
It
about
teaches you
it,
about your
But
investment and
it
retirement.
just, it doesn't really cover it in depth.
None of school does.
Exactly. And
You got to think throughout the rest of this country. We'll say Arkansas to be exact. They teach different classes in high school than what we have here.
yeah,
Wood shop, metal work. I mean, them kids over there building engines, everything else, compared to what you might have here over here.
Right.
Spanish.
Home ec.
That's what I'm saying. So we got something that ain't even like putting back into our community over here. Like we
That's true.
should have those classes that teach you how to save, what bank accounts to do, how to just basically handle your money, your insurance, everything else. But like, I feel like our parents didn't have those tools, so now we don't have these tools. Now we got to go out there and get them for ourselves to hand to our kids now.
Yeah, I just think with that, and then because you're absolutely right, and then just with the whole thing with the NCAA, man, just quote unquote enforce the term student athlete in terms of for athletes being eligible, so where that they could at least try to learn something about financial literacy, because the requirement for an athlete to be eligible for the NCAA, you have to have 90% of the minimum GPA there is to graduate. So on average, a 2.0 is needed to graduate. So basically, an athlete, all he needs is a 1.8. A 1.8 GPA to be eligible.
I gotta do a show up.
Exactly. Exactly.
So you gonna do the
Most of them do
exam? I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Right.
So
Literally.
Most of them
Yeah.
do that anyway.
that's true.
I mean,
but-
some of them take
Literally.
them easy courses and they just breeze
Yep.
on through
Breeze.
it.
Yep.
But I think isn't the NFL doing some version of that type of class though? I think when once the players are drafted, or is maybe before they drafted.
I mean,
'Cause I think Herman.
The NFL and the NBA, they have like a rookie symposium
Yeah.
to where they teach the players about it. But let's be real,
It's not a real class.
It's not a real
It's just
actual
it's just
class. It's just them.
We're gonna tell you, hey guys, don't blow your money like that.
Yeah.
Don't
But I
do
think
it.
that's the best version of that you can get. Because at the
Yeah,
end of the
honestly,
day, if you
you-
make
if you-
somebody go to a class, if you have a symposium, whatever the case, somebody's still gonna do it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think
If you ain't never had nothing,
Yeah,
I swear.
I think
Exactly.
at minimum, as long as you, I mean, the symposium may not teach them exactly how to save money or exactly how to invest, but at the end of the day, at least somebody putting a book in your ear, and you kind of might want to save some money. That's the
true.
best that they can do.
Yeah.
You just gotta have that mindset, like we all said. Like you gotta have that mindset. You can't say yes to everybody.
Yep.
You can't just be out here splurging, especially if you ain't got the type. All people that contribute to this baseball. Baseball, probably the only sport you can just be like, all right,
That's
bro,
true.
I got you for whenever.
Yeah, they ain't
That's
because
true.
they ain't got the
Oh,
time
yeah.
to spend it.
Yeah.
And they ain't got the money. They ain't got the time to spend it. And they also all their money is guaranteed money.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they got baseball got that long money.
Yeah, my
That's
son
true.
playing baseball.
Oh yeah, and also another thing is like when athletes do apparently try to get the right people, it's also about hiring the right people. Like, don't just try to keep it close in the family because you never know.
Man, your family is
Will
the ones
fleece
that'll
you.
do you dirty.
will fleece
It's a
you
wrap.
quickly.
How you the correct agent. So all basketball players
Get a
Rich
good-
Paul.
Hire you an agent. Hire you a financial advisor.
All football players, you got Drew Rosenhaus.
Drew Rosenhaus is awesome.
And whoever is the I saw I forgot his name, but I saw it today. Eric Welder, all them safeties.
Yeah.
Whoever their agent is, he's a black guy. He's really good too. He as you see Landon Collins' contract.
Ooh,
So
boy.
I need to find out.
Shout
his
out,
name, but
man.
yeah.
Shout out.
If I can give my 2 cents, I think it's more so dealing with the public eye for a lot of athletes, and not even athletes. We can take it closer and say it's kind of a cultural problem too. Because if you look at like a lot of hip hop artists, they lose money, in a single that they get or whatever. And I think it's just you know, this their first time they got money, so it's like they plan out to do so and so. Ooh, once I get money, I'm gonna take care of my family. They ain't gonna have to worry about nothing, you know. And it's all about the public eye because it's like if I'm in the NBA, I gotta show people I'm in the NBA. If I'm the hottest rapper in the game, I gotta have the biggest chain in the world to make it seem like I'm legit.
But that's kind of true. They have to.
Yeah, it's a cultural thing.
It's a lifestyle they have to maintain to keep that popularity and that public eye. So they feel like they got to spend their money, buy this, be there, do this. So like you end up like not putting money back, trying to be out there. Like I think Cole, I hate to say it, Cole is the only person that like legit don't care about that, dress however he want to dress and stay out the public eye. Of course, you know. But besides that, everybody, what rapper you know that don't dress funny, wear whatever, drive whatever?
What NBA player you know?
Exactly.
I mean, look,
but you got
what's pop culture black version? You know, ain't flexing in some sort of fashion.
It's some sort of way.
Cam
Like,
Newton got dog.
No, that's just his style, man. That's just him. That's just
man,
him.
please. Pink and green, all that. No,
Hold on, at least he didn't come to the game wearing a construction outfit like my boy Russ.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what he was on that day.
But no, I think athletes do got to do a better job, or just really entertainers, period, just have to do a better job at saying no. But at the same time, it's kind of hard for entertainers to say no when you got it. You know what I'm saying? If I got $1 million in my bank account and, you know, my little cousin asked me for $10,000, even though I don't know who he is, it'd be like, whatever, I got it. You still got to worry about what they say, too, because then it's instantly, oh, my uncle, you know, DJ Tev, and he didn't give me $1,000, you know what I'm saying? He got it, so he must be broke. You know, it's a little stuff like that that kind of keep the process going, and you know, it's a thing that we got to change as entertainers. But at the end of the day, that's what we work for too.
Sir, is it true? Your nephew said you were broke. Damn, you said that.
That's true.
So I am.
I ain't got it, bro.
I am. Meanwhile, I'm getting my $300,000 car. Yeah, man, I ain't got it no more.
It's like when you in school and folks used to ask you for a piece of gum.
Yeah.
Good reference.
I was gonna make a paid in full reference, but that takes the cake with the gum.
Got it.
I'm broke, baby.
I'm broke, baby. I see you shining.
How you broke and you in the NFL?
Right.
Dang.
Got to pull the lottery ticket.
I can't eat.
I got flights. I got hotels. I got a home to take care of. I got a whole family.
Exactly.
They taxing my money like they taxing yours.
Exactly.
All right, man. That was a great segment. But guess what it's time for? Our famous troll or nah.
Dun, dun, dun.
We do need some epic music for that, though.
I got one. So there was a report that said, or that I read that said Zion will not be wearing Nike shoes anymore. So trolling now, Zion Williamson will be signing with Under Armour.
Oh, stop right there.
Why you already know?
Trolling now.
Come on, Aston.
Come on, the floor is yours.
Who in here got Under Armour on right now?
Okay, so
What Zion look like going to Under Armour?
like a smart person,
Right.
Yeah.
Like a smart individual,
No.
like
Like a type of person. If Under Armour come offer you $10 million more than Nike does,
Exactly.
he look like Steph Curry.
Look at Steph.
It doesn't matter. I think somebody offered LeBron more than that, and LeBron still went with Nike.
So, but if you had a
LeBron
recent
more?
incident about wearing Nike shoes,
I ain't heard that. Who
I
offered
ain't heard that
LeBron more
one.
than Nike?
Somebody offered LeBron more.
Adidas.
Adidas.
I think
it was Adidas.
Yeah,
It was
they
Adidas.
offered him money. Trust me. They
and I'm not gonna say
trying to get him.
Adidas because Adidas, you wear Adidas, you probably ain't gonna play in the league. Period.
Boom, boom.
So
Shade.
you know,
Bang.
Under Armour, I like Under Armour. They're up
Under
and coming.
Armour only
right
good
now.
for thermals and
For now.
bodywear. That's it.
For now,
Apparently, basketball shoes. Look at Steph.
Joel Embiid with them. Mo Bamba with them.
How many
you know, that's
how
two
many
big
people you see
stars.
stand out for Steph's shoes?
It don't
How many
matter.
times you see Steph's shoes sell out?
Even
After his 2016 season.
just because we as Memphis don't wear his shoes, don't mean they're not selling. Because obviously
I am
they
keeping
weren't
this
somebody wearing them.
broad. I am keeping this
Somebody
broad to
wearing
all my sneakerheads right now.
It's not about the sneakerhead. It's about the people that's actually playing the sport.
Yeah.
What?
You still just
you
because
did-
you
okay,
got
wait a minute, wait a
sneakerheads
minute.
and you got people that actually playing the sport.
Did you see anybody on East last week with some Under Armour on?
No, because they
Did you
probably
see-
got
did
some.
you
They
see anybody
probably got a
at-
Nike contract
with-
thanks to
with-
Penny
with-
Hardaway.
Right.
Huh?
I'm pretty sure they have a Nike.
Did you see anybody at Mitchell with it? Did you see Southwind with it? Did you see Houston with it?
Okay, why don't you go to LA or somewhere that Steph Curry is and ask me that same question? Because this is Memphis.
And there's a high school in NC right now that's wearing Steph Curry's.
Ew.
Yeah.
Just because you don't like it, you gotta think you are not just the ultimate shoe buyer.
I'm gonna put it this way. No, it's a troll.
Okay.
If he goes anywhere, it will be Nike.
Even though his foot just almost busted through like Incredible
The
Hulk.
marketing they can do for him is superb. What Under Armour's gonna do for him? Yeah.
Okay, so what about this up and coming Under Armour who's still really looking for their future?
A pair of PG2s.
Okay.
I'm fine with that. But you talking about a 280-pound dude, 6'4", ripping and changing directions in a shoe. Any shoe he goes in and plays 25 games in straight is going to tear in whatever way, form, or fashion.
Steph Curry ain't had that many ankle injuries since he put on Under Armour. Just throwing that out there.
Steph Curry also ain't 280 pounds.
Joel Embiid ain't had no ankle issues really.
Oh my God! Somebody
What
else
about y'all? What about y'all? Can we get some trolling knowledge from y'all? What's y'all?
I think I'll go with.
Come on,
because they got the money. They got the money. They need some more superstars. Not let alone they got the NFL. Well, they don't have the NFL like that, but if you think about the superstardom, they got the superstars in the NFL. They got Tom Brady.
You make a valid point.
They got Julio Jones. They got Cam Newton.
Make a valid point.
Football wise,
I just think somehow, some way
they got
Nike,
the money for basketball.
I think Nike somehow, some way is gonna smooth all that over, and then I think they gonna offer him the world. Like it's Zion Williamson, almost the next best thing since LeBron, almost. And I just think somehow, some way, Nike will find a way to sign him. I think so anyway.
He got plenty of stuff after that shoe rip. I guarantee you they contacted him and tried to comfort him.
I hope they did.
For that.
I hope they did. I hope they did.
I'm just saying,
it's not even a question.
You gonna stick behind your brand. You gonna protect your asset. Oh man, we hate that happen to you, but we gonna reach out. We gonna send you more gear. We gonna make sure that doesn't happen.
Because they probably gonna offer him his own shoe. They're gonna probably offer his and I mean.
They gonna probably
actually the point that I agree with about asking that don't happen too many times. It ain't too many times you've seen somebody's shoe rip. You know, it's been a lot of times you kind of seen Derrick Rose in some Adidas. You done seen Steph Curry. I mean, he had ankle issues for a minute. It ain't like it automatically stopped. He still has some form of ankle issue like every single year. So I get what you're saying. I see what he's saying, but I think at the end of the day, they're gonna find some way to smooth all that over and get him his own shoe.
Yeah,
interesting. Because I don't think Nike gonna miss on him. You missed on Steph. I don't think they're gonna.
They're not gonna make that mistake twice.
The second biggest thing since LeBron. You throwing everything you got it there, honestly.
And they missed on Steph because they didn't want to put his script. He wanted to put the scripture on his shoes.
Which something small, but I bet they regret it though.
I guarantee you, Zion ain't gonna want that much control. Not that much.
Not right out the bat.
He ain't Kanye. That's the reason why Kanye couldn't do Nike no more. And you just heard Steph. I don't think Zion coming into the NBA is gonna be that way. He gonna be happy to have his own shoe. To be honest with you.
Then he want a shoe that's gonna break on him. Trev, what you think?
But it wasn't his shoe.
It was Paul George.
It was the makers.
But I promise you, they gonna find some way to smooth all that over.
What you think?
Honestly, I'm with Skylar and Ashton here, man. I just think Nike's gonna find a way to smooth that whole thing over and get Zion. Like they made that mistake with Steph when his contract was up with Nike. I don't think they're gonna mess with Zion here. It's just too obvious for him to not go to Nike at this point. So,
and I'm not even saying that to say like Adidas is a bad shoe or Under Armour is a bad shoe. I'm not saying that. I just think they're not gonna want to miss on Zion. You can't not miss on him.
That's marketing,
right? Exactly.
Yeah.
Don't let him go to New York. God, don't let him go to New York. So then, I mean, you can't not have Zion Williamson, who plays for the Knicks.
Ain't good point.
And you can't not have him under your name.
Because Kevin Durant and Kyrie with Nike, huh? Ain't good point. You that what you just said alone may have just put me on the
him.
I'm talking to my friend Skylar. He's been reading the whole episode. I'm trying to have a good conversation with him on the positive side. That's a good point, brother. That's a really good point.
I didn't say anything.
That's a real good point.
Sharky,
get the brooms ready. It's a clean sweep.
It's over with, bro.
Yeah. I mean,
it's just honestly, what you got? James Harden with Adidas, Steph with Under Armour, Kawhi is with what?
New Balance.
New Balance. Yeah, he's not gonna sign with New Balance.
I think even Skechers is throwing shade. What?
You got Puma.
Skechers ain't gonna get him.
Got Puma.
Puma ain't gonna get him. Who else besides who gonna compete with Nike? Honestly,
Reebok can make him come back.
Sharkhead.
You know I'm trolling.
Man,
But you troll us.
Reebok ain't been good since the AI foes. This is old.
Man,
What about Philos?
All right, cool. We're moving on. What? All right, cool. Moving on.
Hey, them Grand Hills though was fresh though back then though. Just real talk.
It's over with. It's over with. Who next?
I'm still trying to think of one.
That was a good one, but yeah, you severely outnumbered in this.
I mean, I'm used to it.
So you really think Under Armour need to sign Zion in this job?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
any company should go after him. But it's just like
in 4 years, Steph Curry will be about to be retiring, and I think Zion Williamson will be one of the top maybe 15 players in the league in 4 years, 3-4 years. That's just me though.
So you mean to tell me right now, you was a high school kid right now, and y'all had to pick y'all sponsors between Under Armour and Nike. Who you picking?
If I was a high school player,
Yeah.
I'm picking Nike. But if I'm a high school player and I played at Nikes and I done broke my foot in the weak quality that they giving me on my shoes, then I may have other options. I may think other options. I mean, we don't know what's going on in Zion's head. Y'all could be right. He may. Nike will. They better throw the bag
What you
at
mean?
him.
I sat down there with him after them $3,000 I spent in the game. I sat in the locker room with him. I can tell you right now, he ain't thinking about leaving.
What y'all talking about?
Not leaving. I can tell you that.
I'm done.
I can't think of a trolling all today. Just so sad about my whole team. Both of my teams.
Let's get this right. So you don't think Le'Veon Bell is coming back, right? Still, like, are you completely on the other side now? Finally, or still
I've
some
been
kind
on the
of
side since they.
That's over with.
Since they didn't.
Okay.
Since he didn't report, yeah.
I had to ask. I mean, the last time we talked, you were still under the impression that both.
You kind of hope for the best.
I went on last week, and we definitely not gonna get into what y'all talked about last week because that's a whole nother episode. But the last time we talked, you were still confident that y'all were gonna sign.
That was a bold
Bell
prediction.
and Brown.
I wasn't confident. It was a bold prediction. There's a difference.
Okay. Bold prediction. Okay.
And I was being a fan. There's a difference.
It sounded like a bold troll.
The Lakers need a point guard that's defensive. They need to be looking into somebody like John Wall.
We don't need a point guard.
Are you willing to make that
I
official
can't
troll
think of
now,
that
or we
either,
need to?
man.
I can make that official.
So say that again. We needed offensive.
Hold on.
So, my trolling all is with Lonzo sitting out. Well, not sitting out. Hurt. Do you look to getting another point guard just in case you don't land? We'll say quote unquote Kyrie. He actually does go to New York and fulfill this weird man's prophecy here. Do you look forward to getting another point guard that can bring more scoring than Lonzo and bring defensive quality to your team, such as John Wall?
He went there.
Yes and no. You would want to try to find another point guard that can guard other point guards, of course, because there's so many good point guards in the West. So yes to that question. You would want to find a point guard that can score. Yes. Which is now, I mean, Lonzo Ball was doing pretty well before he got injured. Look up the numbers, by the way.
They traded that point guard that you're talking about. He's in Brooklyn.
We had to trade him. We had to trade.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying, but you had to trade D'Angelo Russell to get LeBron James. But at the end of the day, no, you don't want to trade. You don't want to go look for a point guard such as John Wall, who's making $30 million a year
and not gonna be back
and
for a long time.
Exactly.
He might miss all this season.
Exactly.
For real.
Okay.
Golden State ain't getting no younger.
Golden State took a chance with Boogie.
LeBron ain't getting no younger.
Boogie.
Golden State, all them are 29.
This John Wall.
That's Boogie. No,
that's John Wall versus
that's
Ball.
Boogie.
Wall over Ball.
How much is Boogie making versus how much John Wall is making? Exactly.
You got him for a steal.
That's all you needed to know.
You just got him for a steal. That's all that is.
And that's all you need. But you can't get John Wall up a steal.
Hey.
You can't get John. It's $30 million a year.
Damn, this pop going good as hell.
Might get Mike Conley for that.
Come on, man.
Exactly.
Mike
John
Conley
Wall
would
over
definitely
Mike
do.
Conley. All day.
Mike Conley.
All day.
Mike Conley. Are you out of here?
All day.
Well, that's him.
If John Wall got traded to the Grizzlies right now for Mike Conley, y'all will see me at these games.
Pause.
You at them games, not us.
Check. Answer this question.
Answer.
What's something that John Wall does that Mike Conley doesn't?
Probably don't.
Defend.
What? In this episode right now.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Savage, get your boy. Come get your boy.
You didn't mean that literally, did you? You couldn't have.
You couldn't have.
That's why you couldn't have.
You're trolling
That's your trolling out right there.
Yes,
There you go. There you go.
So-
That was that Mike Conley doesn't defend as much as John Wall.
Doesn't.
Boy.
I'm gonna just say troll.
That's a troll.
So what's the original question again?
The original troll or
No,
No.
the troll and all was that the Lakers should go after a defensive-minded point guard if they strike out on Kyrie, and he suggested possibly trading for John Wall.
I mean, they already got the defensive minded point guard.
that can score better than Lonzo Ball.
They're going to trade Lonzo. It's not going to be for no John Wall.
Trade Lonzo. LeVar can go wherever he want to go.
I still think somehow, some way, Lonzo's not getting traded. That's just me.
I have a
If he's
troll and
traded,
all.
it's in the Anthony Davis
Yeah.
trade.
Yeah.
So they would not be putting it back in point guard in that
Yeah.
case. Unless they get Drew Holiday back in the deal. Which,
Get Drew. Ooh, boy.
that would be great. But they're not trading Drew Holiday and Anthony Davis.
No.
in that
I wouldn't
deal.
want Drew Holiday nowhere.
Because you want John Wall. We understand that.
All right.
All right, Trevor.
All right. So I'm just gonna be simple. Troll and all, the Lakers signed Boogie Cousins.
Wouldn't be opposed to it.
It's going to be way for more money than what he getting right now.
Oh, easily.
That's not an issue.
That won't be an issue.
Money won't
We
be-
know that. That's why y'all can afford that $30 million for John Wall.
Cool. Back to your original question.
My troll and all, Boogie Cousins will sign with the Lakers.
I've seen reports of it. I wouldn't be opposed to it. I don't think he'll have much of a market just because I don't think many teams will have cap space. And we're one of the teams that does. I've been of the mindset that at the end of the day, regardless of all this crap that LeBron, in my opinion, LeBron and Magic and Luke Walton has caused this team, I still think that they're gonna get a second. I still think they're gonna get a second star because there's only so many teams that Kyrie can go to, Jimmy Butler can go to, Klay Thompson can go to, Boogie can go to, Kawhi Leonard can go to. There's only so many teams that these players can go to.
No,
Somebody's going to want to go play
There's
with the
8
Lakers.
teams with max slots, though.
Huh?
There's 8
8
teams with max slots this
slots.
summer. So.
There's 8 teams with max slots.
And some with 2.
You kept saying splot.
Yeah. And some with 2.
Yeah, some with 2, but at the end of the day, not
Title contenders.
Yeah,
not
it-
all title contenders.
not. I
The
mean,
Lakers are tied to consider.
Not all 8 are title contenders.
All right.
All right.
You know
when
what?
healthy, the Lakers currently
They're
built.
not tied to contenders.
For as long as
When
y'all-
healthy.
for as long
When
as y'all
healthy
ain't
now.
got
Healthy, y'all
defense.
playoff
healthy,
team.
the Lakers.
They're a playoff team when healthy.
now y'all making me comment. Nah, the Lakers, when healthy, are a title contender. The Lakers were a 4 seed.
Bro.
That's not a troll. The Lakers were a 4 seed before LeBron.
4 seed.
Before
They were
what?
tied
Let
to
me rewind
contenders.
that. Let me rewind.
Title contender.
After the Golden State
Title
game,
contender.
we were a 4 seed.
Title
We were a
contender.
4 seed
Not
now.
playoff contender.
And we had won like 3. Now y'all
They a
making me be a
playoff
Laker fan now. Now y'all making me.
Thank God
Currently,
they not
when
in
the
playoff,
Lakers
bro.
are healthy, the Lakers are a title contender, and we can. And I'm not coming off of that.
I just think, well, the reasoning behind my troll and all was I think y'all, Magic and Rob Pelinka, know in this free agency they have to make a splash. And I don't think they're getting Kyrie. I think the guys that they're probably focused on, they're not getting. So they're probably going to look to Boogie Cousins just for the simple fact they need to make a splash. Of course, Boogie's going to be looking for a big payday. His market may not be as well as it probably would have, as well as probably last year prior to him signing with the Warriors. But I think just for that simple fact that LA needs to make a splash, and y'all may not. There's a good
I mean,
chance
we
you may
almost
not.
had him last year. The only reason
Yeah,
he
that's
signed
true.
us because he felt like we were lowballing him, and he felt like no team. Because he was saying something like no teams was coming after me. That was a lie.
That was a lie.
He didn't get the money he was looking for.
He
So
still didn't get the money he
He got the money he was looking for. He got.
Yeah.
He got a max deal from New Orleans.
No. I'm talking about.
No, that was before.
I'm talking about
when he
before
got hurt.
this
When he
past
first
season.
got hurt,
First got
he
hurt.
went
Okay.
to
He didn't get the money he was looking for, so he was like, "Okay, cool, big. Y'all gonna do me like that? I'll go to the Warriors." But we definitely offered him a contract. I know for a fact we did.
I'm willing to go Tro because I don't think the Lakers will be willing to give the Boogie the max contract. Or let me not say LA. I don't think the Lakers will be willing to give him a max contract. But I think that Jerry West does. So that's all I'm gonna say. I think I'm gonna roll with the other LA team, but yeah, I'm gonna roll Tro.
I'm gonna go with. It's really not Tro, but I'm gonna go with Tro because I'm gonna go to the point you made a long time ago. I think Boogie is going. I think Golden State would give Boogie that money because KD.
I mean, Golden State would definitely give him the money.
Somebody-
I think
somebody's gonna
Honestly, that
Golden
money
State.
is going to Clay. I really think.
But I'm saying they're gonna trade. They're trading Draymond.
Okay, if you trade Draymond,
Yeah,
it
so
might.
they'll trade Draymond,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
And as we saw in the video, you know, Steve Kerr is really getting tired of Draymond.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I mean, I
I
don't
gotta
know.
see this video.
I can definitely see DeMarcus with the Lakers. Don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
I think with the circumstances, I don't think the Lakers will be willing to give that max contract with LeBron James and DeMarcus Cousins and his antics. Because you still don't probably know who's the coach going to be for next season too for the Lakers. So
And then you really want like a LeBron because they're going to get Anthony Davis eventually. You want LeBron, Anthony Davis, DeMarcus Cousins as your core. Who's going to be the guard out of there? You kind of got to
What outside game do you
right.
have?
That's my
You
point.
figure it out.
Nah, I'd much
Who's
rather
in the
LeBron, Anthony
paint,
Davis,
who's
and
not
some type
driving,
of
who's
guard.
not rebounding. Like,
Yeah.
you get all the rebounds, but your offense gonna be stagnant in the mud.
I'll take my chances. I think I said this
think
to
so.
somebody. If you have, I don't care who's on your roster. If you have LeBron and if you have Anthony Davis, you just figure out the rest.
With
You
Boogie.
will figure out
with
the rest.
another big body like Boogie.
Because I mean,
Figure out the rest.
Yeah, because I mean,
Anthony Davis and Boogie worked
because,
in
I mean,
New
I mean,
Orleans.
you-
So
exactly.
that's very
That's
true.
fine.
I mean, because
That's fine.
name besides
Without
Drew
LeBron.
Holiday, name the other guards that play for the Pelicans. But they can shoot the lights out though.
Yeah.
They had Mirotic, they had Ian Clark, they had.
Let's see how far they go in the playoffs.
What is,
there goes my
but
favorite jump
no,
shooters.
but
don't
the
win
reason
championships.
that's valid is because
Why-
Marcus Cousins got hurt.
Why you
Yeah.
got just tumble
DeMarcus
them under the
Cousins
bus
got
like that?
Even if he never got hurt, they would have lost in the second round.
Man, why you
I don't
gotta-
think so.
I just want to know why you
They
got tumble
they
them
played
under the
Golden
bus
State.
like
They
that.
were lost.
Well, I mean, but
Yeah.
no,
I
but
can give you that
if Boogie gets hurt, if he doesn't get hurt, are they what seed did they finish with?
They actually finished higher when he got hurt. Well, I believe he would help them if he never got hurt. But they were like AC when he got hurt. They got up to 4 after he got hurt because they traded for Mirotic right after that.
Yep.
So they probably never trade for Mirotic if he never got hurt. It's a toss up. There's a lot of stuff that happens. Injuries, injuries.
If you get LeBron and AD, you figure out the rest. That's just me.
You gotta have a good coach though.
Touche. No, not necessarily. Tell Lou want a good coach.
Y'all can get Chicago, coach.
Okay, that was a good episode, guys.
Hold on. Speaking of Chicago, we gotta give it up for the Sharky Bowl last week. The Bulls knocked out the 76ers last Wednesday, 108-107.
I
The
told
process was out, so he just came back the other night. He had 33 points, 12 rebounds.
Zach LaVine, 39
So what
points.
you saying is Otto Porter was a good fit for y'all.
Who was y'all?
How you get that? How you get that?
Where that come from?
They went all the way left.
He said Zach LaVine. He came out of boy.
I sure was like, wait a minute.
Man. Remember, we're powered by the Binge. Binge Podcast Network. We're powered by. Shout out to iHeartMedia and 101.9 Kids FM. Remember to follow us and listen to us on any podcast platform. Follow us on social media. LBR Sports 901 on Twitter and Instagram. Like us and on Facebook, Let's Be Real. And you also have the Let's Be Real group if you want to keep updates with us. Y'all got any more trolls left?
Nope, but go Tigers.
Speaking of the Tigers,
Okay.
I'm really trying to get in this DJing thing at the Tiger game, basketball game.
Let's do
If
it.
y'all can tweet, hashtag, whatever, we'll think of something. I did
blood.
send a message to President Rudd, so hopefully he checks it out. But I'm really trying to get
Yeah.
in them games because we got to turn up next
We
season.
got to start getting.
Yeah.
We
I'm
got
tired
to
of
start.
I'm
If I hear
tired-
Sweet Carolina, one more Memphis
Man.
game.
Ooh,
I
boy.
wouldn't mind
At the
whoever-
wrong time, too, man.
I
Yeah.
don't care what time it is. Any time is the wrong time.
Dance cam, man.
A dance cam, yes.
Well, they played Sweet Caroline on
No.
Dance Cam?
Yes.
Come on, nah.
You been at the games. They do it every
And here's
game.
another thing.
Help me out, y'all. Help me out.
Yeah,
Help me
I
help
got
y'all.
something else to say.
Help me
I'm
help
there.
y'all. Help me help y'all.
All right, we out.